breathing. I need something that can keep me holding on in the ceiling. And I need something that will keep me on the ground.
Crazy, I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente. Yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busca todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
We're having community members take on the 2K TV challenge again this season, but which NBA player so far has made an attempt?
Was it Rui Hachimura, Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, or Ben Simmons?
Did they win? Do you remember?
Yeah.
No.
No one's won.
No one's won.
Why are you looking at me like
want
this?
them on love because I want.
Coming right up, the Jazz taking on the Timberwolves. For the Jazz, not ready to sound the alarms, even though they've lost 5 of the last 6 games. These guys believe in themselves. A win here can get them back to what they do best. Timberwolves, Jazz. Up next, right after this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, it's been a difficult part of the season. They struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Kenny, an opportunity to watch one of the most popular young players in the league already, rookie Zion Williamson.
You know, he's from that rival school, but he became famous for his dunks that broke the internet. This guy.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Phoenix Suns.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA.
It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. Where you start in the standings could be very different, Clark, from where you finish. As a team, what do you do to continue to improve as the season goes on?
I think it's a combination of little things and guys getting more familiar and more accepting of their roles. But I think it's always attention to detail, Kevin. That's really where teams make the most improvement, not forgetting the little things on a daily basis, the habits that produce winning over time.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Allen is out there with Gordon. Then it's Morant. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Okogie in at the shooting guard. And for the Jazz, Fournier out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Williamson. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Bazemore at the 2. Fournier against Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fournier. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Outside Fournier. Here's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bazemore passes to Williamson. Here's Fournier, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Pass to Okogie. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Wright finds Barnes. Lets it go with a 3. No good. Shot missing. And Minnesota now the other way. Gordon up on top. Passes it to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Allen's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now Bazemore. A 23-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. Yeah, he caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Right side. No good with the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Okogie. They need this one. Barnes grabs the miss.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Williamson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. 13 feet away. They grabbed their own miss. The shot's good.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Now here's Wright. Defense is right there. Here's Fournier. Rebound, Minnesota.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And it's Wright with the ball for the Jazz.
Boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
Here's Morant. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college, but I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
And the free throw, no good.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Outside, Bogdanovich. His three-pointer's off the mark. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Outside, Bogdanovich. Allen kicks to Bogdanovich. Another miss by Minnesota.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
With the teardrop, Bazemore misses. The Timberwolves trail. Bogdanovich up top. He's guarded by Fournier. Back to Bogdanovich. Wide open look, and it's good for 2.
And you let Bogdanovich just catch and shoot like that, he'll make more than he misses of those.
Now here's Bazemore. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Barnes can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And here is Wright. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Barnes dishes to Williamson. Back to Barnes. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Hey, sometimes Barnes is just too quick and skilled on the block, and there's not much you can do to stop him.
Morant passes to Bogdanovich. To the wing right side. For 3, Okogie. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Okogie's got 9. Jazz trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The pass to Bazemore. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 6. Gordon. That shot off the mark. And it's Utah the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, Greg, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
A little bit of a down season for Evan Fournier in 2018-19.
Yeah, it was, Kevin. I mean, he got the same minutes, but his percentages were down. He's out there for his offense, so he's got to be more efficient going forward.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Aminu comes in for Kent Bazemore, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Wright. And so Fournier nails both of them. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Anunoby kicks to Brooks. Pass to Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable, an all-around player with a bright future.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
He hits both from the stripe, and Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds, but then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
And that one misses.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Barnes finds Payton. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at Utah. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And checking out Minnesota, a half game back.
And I think for the Timberwolves, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Fournier passes to Williamson. Banked in off the glass.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Morant with it. He has 6. From deep, Brooks. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Jazz. It's a 5-point game. Passes it to Aminu. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. They shoot again, and he sinks the layup. Barnes has got his second basket.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Morant passes to Anunoby. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Barnes with it. Jones covering. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Hey, and Barnes not playing around when he gets near the bucket. When he has the ball deep inside, he's looking to bang it.
Morant passes to Anunoby. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Aminu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the pass to Williamson. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
The confidence evident. Zion, no problem rising and firing away. That's a sign of a true leader.
Pass to Washington. It's Brooks on the wing, covered by Barnes. Brooks kicks to Morant. And stolen by Williamson. Pass to Payton. Good, nice job down low.
Boy, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
Now Morant. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Fournier out there with Alfred Payton. Then there's Williamson, and it's Jackson in at the 3. Pass to Payton. 4 on the clock. The shot misses. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Anunoby passes to Brown. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the pass to Washington. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Anunoby. Aminu grabs the miss. Utah leading. Mr. Williamson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Williamson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Jazz. Down kicks to Anunoby. And it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
A floater. The shot will not fall. And Utah the other way now. Payton outside. It's Fournier on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with the rebound. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the rejection by Jackson. With some arc, and it's laid in by Payton. And now a 7-point Jazz lead. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
For the 3. And that one is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Anunoby. He has 5. Jones in the post. 2 points. That one goes.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
Jazz leading by 3.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders,
son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
That free throw missing. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Right, the pass to Williamson. And he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Pass to Anunoby. Down low, Allen. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. Stolen by Gordon. Good on the shot.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Passes it to Jackson. And here's Aminu. The offensive rebound. Here's Okogie, guarded by Jackson. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdanovich is checked in for Anunoby. Allen left side. Brown outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Right down low. His last outing, he had 8 points.
That's his second personal foul.
The Jazz have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Wright. That one is no good.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor. Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Gordon against Wright. He dishes it to Bazemore. He kicks to Aminu. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Aminu's got his first points of the night. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and We really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Bounce pass from right. Here's Williamson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Jazz making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Morant's checked in. That free throw good from Williamson.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Allen trying to break free, and Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Morant.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Barnes against Allen. Barnes looking around. Kicks to Bazemore. Clock is at 3. Poked away. Pulls up. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Bazemore's got his third bucket of the night. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
He's off on the first. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And that one's good, Morant.
And the confidence Morant has in himself is special. Knows he can knock those shots down in bunches.
Bounce pass from right. Here's Barnes. That one's not going to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now the pass to Wright. Back to Bazemore. Over Bogdanovich. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Wright. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bazemore. To end the run. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bazemore's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Here's Morant. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Wright dishes to Bazemore. There's the triple. Minnesota with the rebound.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Jazz shooting well. They're at 45%. And here is Wright. Outside Jackson. Pass to Barnes. Shoots the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Gordon not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Williamson. Defended by Allen. Here's Bazemore. Another miss by Utah.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And he gets the bucket. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
For the Jazz, Fournier's checked in for Josh Jackson, and it's Payton in for Wright. Minnesota also with the sub. Brooks checked in. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 16-6 run. 50 seconds left in the first half. And Fournier over to help. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Allen. And 11 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. Payton with the ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Brooks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall.
And that one falls for Brooks. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Williamson. And then for Minnesota, Jones checked in for Jared Allen. Washington comes in for Aaron Gordon. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Bogdanovich. And both free throws good for Brooks. Jazz trail by 8. Payton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Barnes trying to free himself up. Can't nail the jump.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Minnesota on top, ending the second quarter on a 20-6 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, what's the game plan defensively in the second half?
We got to continue to stay home on shooters. They hit a lot of threes. If we can cut that off, we have a good chance to win.
We'll see what happens there, EP. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. Defensively and offensively, they improved quite a bit in the second quarter, and they've got a nice 8-point halftime lead to show for it. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota? And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Jared Allen, Aaron Gordon out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Morant, and it's Okogie in at the 2-guard spot. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Barnes. Another shot, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Barnes has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Jazz. Now Morant passes to Okogie. From beyond the arc, Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Bazemore. Excellent D there from Allen.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Okogie, the pass to Allen. 7-foot shot. Count that one. Allen's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Well, you got to do much more than that to slow Allen. I mean, this guy is long and athletic, capable of converting through contact.
Right. And it's sent back by Allen.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. An easy 2 points on the layup. Morant's got 13 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Ja Morant, number 1. In the third spot, Zion Williamson.
Talk about hitting the ground running. These two have made an immediate impact with their scoring.
Making it rain for sure. Surprising to see them rack up high digits so early in their careers. Well, you just got to tip your hat to them.
For Minnesota, they have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10. First free throw is good. The Jazz making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Jazz trail by 11. Bazemore with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Wright. Barnes trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Wright's got his second bucket.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Morant passes to Okogie. Bogdanovich dishes to Gordon. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off target with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
First free throw is good.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Good on both. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
For Minnesota, they have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
That's good from Morant. And he makes both free throws. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Wright kicks to Barnes. Shot from 12. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
We're not too far along in the basketball season right now, so let's see how the Jazz have done so far in the league stats.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
Morant passes to Gordon, and that one is good.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover, far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Utah. That free throw good from Gordon.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Utah.
Little. He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Jazz trail by 12. Wright outside. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Nice D from Fournier.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
Here's Morant. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Wright dishes to Little. He kicks to Fournier. The pass to Little. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Bazemore misses. Minnesota leading by 12. Here's Bogdanovich. 11 points in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Well, you know, last season, injuries thrust Bojan Bogdanovich into a primary offensive role, and he responded well. Had a career high in scoring and also career best from the field and beyond the arc.
And he knocks down the first one. And you can see the confidence, Clark, for Bogdanovich.
Well, he's thriving as he enters his prime. Opportunity is a big part of it. And, you know, they want him to be aggressive offensively, and they give him room to do just that.
Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Minnesota. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And, you know, Bogdanovich played for 10 years in Europe before coming to the NBA. Just now coming into his prime, but he's got a lot of pro experience.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Bazemore. They need this. Rebound Minnesota. Gordon's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Brown the pass to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
How about that, throwing it down? Allen oozes energy and teammates feed off of it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bogdanovich against Fournier. Dishes it to Bazemore. Barnes trying to free himself up. The Jazz with another miss.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Justin Jackson.
You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovich, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
And the Jazz call time here. And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovich with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
Fournier finds Bazemore. They could use a bucket. Buries the long-range jumper. Bazemore's got 14 points.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Brooks the pass to Morant. High arcing shot comes up empty down low.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Bogdanovich up top, guarded by Wright. Gordon kicks to Bogdanovich. Lock at 6. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Wright the pass to Fournier. Unloads from 9. Barnes can't get it to go.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And Wright kicks to Fournier. Bazemore on the wing. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Morant. Outside Gordon. And it's Brooks in the corner. Kicks to Morant. For three. But they recover it. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 6 in the quarter. Jazz trail by 18. Wright looking around. Passes it to Barnes. Uncovered. The Jazz making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. Damian Jones is checked in for the Timberwolves. OG Anunoby comes in for Bogdanovich. Timberwolves leading by 18. Brooks the pass to Morant. And no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And yes, it's good. Anunoby's got 8 points.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Bounce pass from Wright. Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Gordon outside, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Washington's checked in. The pass to Morant. Over Wright. And another shot. Jones, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Aminu goes up again. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And even though he lacks the size of some of the other bigs, that extra effort has allowed him to do some serious work here on the boards.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Will Barton, he's checked in for Aminu. And it's Peyton in for Kent Bazemore. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz trail by 19. Barton in the corner. Over Jones. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
Morant passes to Jones. Shoots over Barton. Jones, no luck. Utah's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Barton outside, pass to Fournier. Peyton in the corner, over Brooks. And again, it's Utah.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Morant kicks to Anunoby. Takes it off the glass. Anunoby's got 10.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Pass to Wright. 52 seconds left in the third. It's Fournier on the wing over Washington. The shot's good from Fournier. 8 points for him.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Morant, covered by Payton. Brooks against Wright. Brooks, the pass to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Barton with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Payton. And the Jazz, another 3.
And the three-point stroke of Payton, he does not shoot often from there, but when he does, you got to make sure you guard it.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Elfrid Payton, Fournier out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's DeJuan Wright, and it's Aminu in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. Passes it to Okogie. And he banks in the layup. Okogie's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Minnesota foul.
Now here's Payton. Tight defense on him.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
The first one falls.
The reason Payton has a promising future in this league is because he's a stat sheet stuffer. He does it all.
No good on the second free throw. Minnesota leading by 13. Anunoby kicks to Morant. And there's the pass to Okogie. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Good D by Barnes. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Utah. And Minnesota has possession. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Pass to Morant. Pass to Jones. Clock at 4. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Bazemore dishes to Aminu. Tries again. And Bazemore kicks to Wright. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Morant with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. And it goes down 2 points. And that's 17 points for Ja Morant.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
And Wright kicks it to Bazemore. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Barnes. And the Jazz, another three.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
Okogie, the pass to Anunoby. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Morant. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now here's Fournier. And they call an illegal screen here.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Allen's checked in for the Timberwolves. Bogdanovich comes in for Washington. Morant kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Morant. Second chance shot. No good that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. The pass to Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Barnes plays with confidence on the block. Excellent at being aggressive with the defense and earning the foul.
Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Gordon's checked in for Anunoby.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
And it's Gordon missing. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Timberwolves leading by 11. Morant with it. Now Wright defended. And it's Morant missing.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Wright outside. Bazemore passes to Barnes. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Barnes has got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Okogie. Pass to Bogdanovich. To stop the drought. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Jazz trail by 9. Outside Fournier. From deep. Rebound Minnesota. And here's Morant. Here's the floater. Can't hit from in close.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
To the middle. Here's Aminu. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Bogdanovich with it. Feeds to Gordon. Back to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Pass to Allen. Okogie inside the three-point line. Bullseye. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. The Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Barnes. Bazemore with it. Right down low. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Allen. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Okogie. He kicks it to Morant. Outside Bogdanovich. A stupendous finish in traffic.
There he's showing you he can run the show himself in that pick and roll. That's a nice play from Bogdanovich.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Barnes against Allen. And it's sent back by Allen. To the paint. Here's Morant. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Utah here with the ball. And Wright kicks to Aminu. Barnes right side. The shot from the low post is good. Barnes has got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Allen outside. The pass to Bogdanovich. Allen passes to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Pass to Okogie. Shoots over Bazemore. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Pass to Barnes. Over Gordon. Minnesota with the rebound. Bogdanovich has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Okogie. Bazemore grabs the miss. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wright outside. Outside Fournier. Back to Wright. Here's Aminu. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Passes to Bazemore. It's Fournier on the wing. Shoots. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Tell you what, that remarkable foot speed of Gordon's really causes problem for the defense. He's a hard guy to keep in front of him.
And Gordon drops them both. Now, Wright. Barnes outside. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Now here's Morant. Now the pass to Bogdanovich. Now here's Morant. It's Allen on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Okogie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 17. Bazemore on the wing. Can they get it? Buries the jump shot.
Although Fournier is known primarily for his shooting, He's a team player who also looks to distribute to his teammates.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Wright, and that one's good. Morant.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Aminu dishes to Bazemore, and the three ball is good. Bazemore's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Okogie. Kicks it to Gordon. Pass to Morant. From outside the arc. Rebound, Utah. Barnes has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Fires for three, and it's sent back by Allen. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on
nothing else. That's why every beat I'm on is walked up and I'm Michael Phelps. Don't lie, partner, get your bread up, but that don't equal well. But you can't help out your partners unless you done help yourself. So I need more than kudos and a high five. Cause I went from sidelines to the limelight. And I shine bright, ice cold bars, Klondike. And I never move with the this ain't blindside, oh. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine light, so glow. Every lyric skin cold, so most like Rondo on my glow when I pivot, oh. Mostly